What's up, people? This one, Yasmin Alves says, just because I love your reaction to Greg Doucette's videos. "10 mistakes my clients make that you shouldn't." Okay, this should be good. If you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers, I kind of want to try and like make more interesting videos in a different format, not me like in my little box on the side, like watching popular people. I don't know. It's kind of what I've been doing for a while, but I want to like move away from that and do more mainstream content, traditional content, I guess. Anyway, let me know if you have any other videos like this you want to watch, react to, or other types of suggestions for videos like what I mentioned before. Here we go. Oh my God, 22 minutes.
Coach Greg, and today I am going to share with you the top 10 dieting mistakes that my own clients make. So these are real, not made up, actual mistakes, some of them moronic and stupid that I'm dealing with right now. And it got me going so much, I said, I'm doing a video right now. I said to this guy, I'm doing a video just on you. It was so crazy. I was like, how is this even happening? So before I get into that, as you know, I'm Coach Greg. This is about coaching. These are going to help you because just trust me. If my clients make these mistakes after I explicitly tell them not to and what to do, then you, who don't have me as your coach, certainly are going to do some of them. Learn from this because they can be the difference between you achieving your goals and a zero goals being met. Okay? Some are so simple, you're going to be like, how is that guy so stupid? How is this girl so stupid? Oh my God. I'm not going to name any names, so they are anonymous, but trust me, they're going to be watching and you're like, oh my God, it's about me. Okay, so let's get started. Number 1, not counting calories from vegetables. They don't count. They're vegetables. They're so low in calories, they don't count. So your salad doesn't count as calories? Wow, I can just eat whatever I want. Vegetables don't count. Man, I love it. I'm going to go on the eat all peas, carrots, and broccoli, and spinach, and lettuce, and you name it, it's a vegetable. I can eat it calorie-free. It'll never make me gain weight. And then the reports come in. I didn't lose this weight this week. Don't know why. Calories should be the same. I didn't add any calories. They didn't report the 17 extra cans of peas I ate. Notice they don't say I don't count fruit. Wonder why. Is it there's fructose in it? People, and I've heard this, not one client, lots. They think that there's no calories in vegetables. They don't count, it's just fiber. You just breathe it out. No, vegetables count. I eat minimum 400 calories a day of vegetables. Minimum. I eat more vegetables than my pig eats. I eat so many vegetables. On a diet, my vegetables are 1,000 calories on average. If I didn't count it, I'd be like, hey Greg, Coach Greg, how much calories you diet on? Oh, I eat 1,400 calories a day. I'm not counting the 1,100 calories I had from the vegetables that day. Count vegetables. They have calories. Stop being stupid. Number 2, more stupid.
He's a pig. Coach Greg has a pig. That's interesting. Does he really have a pig? Instagram. Okay, counting, like, all right, so I guess that makes sense. Honestly, I don't count calories from vegetables. I don't count calories at all, but I probably wouldn't think to count calories from vegetables. He doesn't really have a pig, does he? What does he mean, his pig? Anyway, whatever. Oh, pigs and blueberries. I guess maybe he does have a pig. I don't know. He does have a pig. My Pig Part 1 and Part 2. Okay, cool. Surprising. Oh my God, does he really have 250,000 followers already? Didn't he just get to 100,000? It's insane. Yeah, I don't count calories, but if I was gonna eat vegetables, I probably, I mean, I guess I would count them. It makes sense that you would count them, right? If you were going to count calories. I don't know. I don't count calories. What's the next one?
Stupid than the last one. Not counting oil when you cook your food. Do you know how many people that do this? I can't even believe it. What does that look like? It's a spray thing. It's like Pam, you spray Pam. There are 1/4 of a second, 0 calories. Do you think there's 0 calories in this? There's 10 calories per second. They put a 1/4 second. Who does that? Nobody. And that's not the oil they're using, okay? This is all oil. It can't be 0 calories. Oil is 9 calories per gram. Think of how stupid it is. They're cooking and they use oil when they don't even need to. Why? I'll tell you why. It tastes better. And ignorance is bliss. And I'm not going to count the calories because, I don't need to. And then before you know it, there's more and more oil on every one of your meals and it tastes so delicious. Wow, those friggin' Brussels sprouts sure do taste good with 2 tablespoons of oil, canola. I don't care if it's a healthy oil. Instead of calling it oil, call it calories. Do you cook with oil? Do you cook with calories? You're adding calories. So they'll have 1 serving of vegetables. Like, okay, 100 calories. And they cook 2 tablespoons of oil. So they'll have more calories from the oil than from the vegetables. They're cooking French toast. Butter. People put butter to cook French toast. It's not bulking season. If you're bulking and you need extra calories, fine. Don't cook with oil. Pancakes, French toast, vegetables, everything you're eating doesn't need oil. And they literally say this to me. Think how stupid this is. Well, how can I cook without oil? It's a non-stick pan. It's not 1965 cast iron. When I was 15 years old, 70 years ago, 95, we had oil because it would stick and it was a mess. Now we have these beautiful, stainless stuff and non-stick this and pan that. You've seen all the commercials. Use the pans, spray this for a second at the most. And if you need more than that, it's because you're an idiot and you need to hire your girlfriend or your boyfriend to cook for you. Seriously. Number 3, not report.
Hiding cheat meals from your coach. Okay. What was the last one? Not not counting calories from cooking oil. It seems obvious. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these are about counting calories because your diet mistakes. I don't count calories, so I it's not really fair for me to like weigh in on this because I don't do this anyway. But like I don't know if this is old school, but or bro sciencey, but like if I the way that I used to operate and still kind of do is that if I eat more food, I'll just work out harder, right? And I see that that's one of the hashtags that he has here, which is hashtag train harder. So I don't know if that's coincidental or if it's like, you know, you put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in your Brussels sprouts, so just train harder. Like I find it hard to believe that like I don't know how people would stop losing, like how little are you working out that like those extra 2 tablespoons of olive oil are really going to make that big of a difference? Like how weak are you? Like that's I just don't, you know, you spray the pan for 5 seconds with your cooking spray, that's gonna slow your weight loss down or something. I don't know, maybe it will. I don't like train like this, but I find that hard to believe, like how it just seems like you're not working out hard enough, right? But these people are following regimented programs because they're his clients. And I saw his Brandon Harding video where he gave him like a 50-page document. Part of that was like how he should train. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
Or your girlfriend or your boyfriend to cook for you. Seriously. Number 3, not reporting cheat meals. Well, I didn't do good this week. It was New Year's Eve and Thanksgiving and Christmas Day and I had cheat meals, but I can't disappoint my coach. I want to know this stuff. It's not disappointing. You think I don't know that everyone in the world cheats? Even I cheat. If I even cheat, then certainly you do. So don't pretend you didn't do it, because then we don't know what to do. As coaches, oh, your weight went up 2 weeks and it's Christmas. I didn't eat any cheats. Nope. None. Nope. There was no chocolates. Nope. Santa didn't come over and deliver any chocolates this year. I had 0 cheats. I was perfect. I just gained 2 pounds. Must be because of that bad coaching. Tell me you cheated, and we'll work around it. I have cheats incorporated into my plans. You're allowed. You can say, hey, I used that cheat meal, and this is what happened, and this is how much I gained, or whatever. Report it. Don't lie. Number 4, not counting calories.
Some condiments. I don't do cheat meals, or, well, that's not true. I don't know. I guess all of this is like calories. It's all about counting calories. It's like not reporting calories from this, not reporting calories from that. I've never counted calories, actually. I kind of wonder what would happen if I did count calories. Like, would that help? Because the way that I like to do things with myself, and if I would give a recommendation to somebody, I also am not a professional bodybuilder, powerlifter, fitness guy like Greg Doucette. I like to keep things simple and not think about it so much. So if I'm going to do it and I eat more food or I eat slightly less healthy food, I'll just work out harder because I'll have that in the back of my mind. That's I think what I would do in order to avoid all of this like tedious like calorie counting. Like, oh, I had 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Like, let me look that up. Like, how much is that? I don't know. It just seems tedious to me. But then again, I also don't pay him. I don't know. I haven't actually checked to see how much he charges people, but I've heard it's like obscene how much he charges. I'm not saying he's not worth it, but it just, you know, if I was paying that much money to somebody, I probably would take it more seriously. I don't know.
You know, whatever. Report it. Don't lie. Number 4, not counting calories from condiments. Sick and tired of this. Nobody seems to think that there's calories in ketchup or barbecue sauce, or they'll use like the highest calorie anything, dressings and stuff, and they don't even count the calories. Oh, I just had a salad. It's only 100 calories. I had 50 grams of chicken, so it's only like 165 calories. That you ate, you're telling me, because some people do, but you're telling me you had a huge salad, plain nothing on it, nothing, zero stuff on it. Stop lying. Maybe a couple of you eat a salad with nothing on it ever, and you like it. Most of the world puts stuff on it. You gotta count the condiments. If you're eating chicken and it's plain and you like it, you're putting stuff on it. Barbecue sauce, ketchup, even if it's sugar-free, it adds up. Add up those calories and stop lying about it. Include the calories. Look at the label. If it's a high-calorie content, like 60 calories per tablespoon, stay the heck away from it. Not weighing food.
Yikes, now I gotta weigh my food. That's why I like hot sauce, by the way, because generally hot sauce has no calories. Because what it is, it's like peppers, garlic, onion, vinegar, water, maybe. I don't know what they put in it, but it's, I don't know, it always says 0 calories when I look at it. Generally no sugar, depending on which one you get. But yeah, so I guess this is all just like not reporting calories on various things. Ow, fuck. Oh my God. Just fucking medieval tortured myself. Got like a splinter under my nail. Okay. Not reporting calories from various things. I don't know. It seems like this could be avoided by explicitly telling your clients to write down their calories from these things. Hindsight is 2020, fine. But yeah, this actually reminds me of something like, so I'm going to be here in California for another couple of days, and I'm training my dad, right? Like I go work out with my mom and dad. We all go to the gym, and I have kind of become like the de facto trainer. So I've noticed, not that my dad has no experience working out, but I don't like, if I'm responsible for working out with somebody and they have less experience than me, I'm going to comment on things that they could do to improve their form, for example, or, you know, increase the effectiveness of their workout, let's say. So one thing that I've noticed as a result of this is that you need to tell people exactly what you want them to do, right? And this is something didn't do this right the first time that I did it. And even every time we go to the gym, I'm like, you know, I'll say, for example, like we were doing assisted pull-ups the other day, and you know, the assisted pull-up machine where like you get up, you put your knees on the thing, and like when you get down, you know, if somebody's never done that and they're not particularly coordinated, you have to instruct them where to put every single body part step by step. You have to say, okay, now put your knees on the platform, right? And then what he would do in this specific example is, let's say the platform is right here, he would put his knees halfway on it, right? Which if you're dealing with a lot of weight and your knee slips off, it's going to slam, you can get an injury. So I would have to say, okay, no, put your knee here, right? Put your entire leg on the platform with your knee here, right? So it's like little things like that when we're communicating with people, we wouldn't think to be so specific. And again, hindsight is 2020, like I said, but those little details, I guess, matter. I don't know, whatever.
Per tablespoon, stay the heck away from it. Not weighing food. It's a scale. It weighs food because last I checked, nobody's good. How much does this weigh? Oh, it's about 124 grams. We're not mathematical geniuses at weighing things. You can't just guess. You can't look at a food and be like, yeah, that's 130 grams. That's 4 ounces. I can tell. Unless you're a master chef with years of training, you probably still can't do it. You're not going to get it exact. You need to weigh your food because sooner or later you're going to trick yourself. Oh, I just put one chicken breast. I'm like, it says on your plan 150 grams of chicken. You just grab one chicken breast every time and eat it? Yeah. Every time I buy chicken, one of the breasts is huge, and one is small, one is medium. How do you know what you're getting? And then you don't lose weight, and I maybe adjust your chicken, and it's 150 this week, and now it's 120, and how do you adjust that? You need to weigh stuff and get it all figured out. Even your protein powder, literally, if you just use a scoop, it could be wrong. This is the most accurate way. You weigh your food. You can't just guess at it. Weigh it. Okay, number 6.
I guess that makes sense. Again, to be fair, I don't do any of this stuff. So like, I'm wondering, like, because I'm wondering, I guess, if I should, really, is what it is. The issue seems to be, no, because even Snake Diet Guy says you should count your calories and like weigh your food. Am I just rationalizing not doing this? It's possible. I might just be rationalizing not doing this. But like, who wants to weigh your food? Oh my God. Who's he training? Who are these people? Are these like training to be professional bodybuilders? Or are these just people that have awful habits with food and need to do things like count their calories and weigh their food? Because if they don't, then they'll just eat like shit, I guess. Which, if that's the case, it seems like it's just an issue of priorities, right? You're not prioritizing, like you're playing to not lose, right? You're following as much of Greg's program as you can in order so he won't yell at you, so that later on you can say like, well, I only ate a salad, and then he comes back and says, well, you put ranch dressing on, you did this and this, so now he's got to like further clarify, when it seems to me that if you had prioritized like losing weight, you wouldn't have done that. I don't know, it could just be an ignorance issue. God, this video is going to take forever. I don't know.
Repeatedly taste testing while cooking. Taste testing. It's cheating and picking at food, and you have this big pot of food and you don't eat. You're baking for all your friends. You love to bake cookies and candies and chocolates and ice cream for your friends, and you just do it for them because you enjoy baking. Meanwhile, you're eating all the time while you're baking, and those calories, you don't add them. You don't put, oh, probably 300 calories from taste testing. No, you don't report. So you're cooking for your family, your mom or dad, and you've got a little son and daughter, and they want their food, and you're like, oh, those beans taste good, and you're eating out of the pot, and you're snacking from it, and you're licking the bowl, and it adds up. Okay, no taste testing. The calories count. Misreading.
This is all advice to women, isn't it? Right? This is all like, again, no offense, girls, but like I've noticed, what's the famous quote from As Good as It Gets is that, so for those of you who haven't seen it, it's with Jack Nicholson. It's a great movie, right? And it's this kind of like eccentric writer who's older. And he's this like famous author, and he writes books from a female perspective. And at one point he goes to talk to his agent. I think it's his agent or his editor or something. And he walks in, or he's in there, and he's really like kind of OCD, like weird guy, bad social skills. And some woman in there, she's like a super fan. She's like, oh my God, I love your books, but tell me please, how do you write women so well? And his response, like classic, he goes, I think of a man and I take away all reason and accountability. So that's like, no offense, but I've seen this many times with girls or women that I'm talking to, and it's like, you have no reason or accountability. It's not that you're not able to reason. You are able to reason, but it's like when you get into a fight with a girl or something, and it's like, well, you did this, this, and this, and she won't say like, yes, I did, you're right, I shouldn't have done that. She'll say, well, that's because you did this other thing that has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? That's a bad example, but it's little things like this where I would think that a man would know that if you taste food constantly, that counts towards your calories. If you use oil, that counts towards your calories, right? Am I being sexist or something? I just feel like these are mistakes that women would make that men wouldn't. I don't know, whatever. All right, what's
Heads up, okay? No taste testing, the calories count. Misreading food labels. So I have some clients and they think they're smarter than me. Yeah, maybe they're smarter, but they're certainly not smarter in nutrition. Oh, you're so stupid, Coach Greg. Or the Rickenbackers, they only have 100 and... I'm writing something. They only have 160 calories. It's on the food label. You're like, so what I did is I substituted the popcorn to one bag, and I eat the 2 bags because it's under my calorie cheat allowance. You've been doing that for how long? Only for 6 weeks. It's a 50-gram serving size. The bag weighs 70, not 50. They trick you all the time. What's next? Oh, I ate the Haagen-Dazs. It only has 280 calories. That's in a half a cup, not in the whole jug. Stupid mistakes. And then they literally don't understand what the difference is. How can they not do this? And it happens all the time. I have wraps on my coaching plan. On the package it says per half wrap 60 calories. So it's obviously the gifted geniuses out there. Half is 60 calories, one is 120 calories because there's 2 halves in a whole. Multiply by 2. So they're like, oh, I added this as a dessert because it has less calories than you said. You made a mistake. I don't make mistakes. Well, 98 to 99% of the time I don't. And if I do make a mistake, ask first and see if it's a mistake or if you're wrong. Chances are you're wrong. You have a 1% chance of being right. You're gonna bet the house that you're right? Ask me first. Happens all the time. People make stupid mistakes like that. Okay, so make sure you look at food labels and don't misinterpret what they are.
I think he's moving.
Number 8.
Right? Yeah. So all right. So first of all, I just want to point out that like the voice that he made, that's a woman's voice, right? Like, so I think my hypothesis was right. That's number one. Not saying all girls do this, blah blah blah, whatever. But number 2, to be fair, those food labels are a little bit misleading. Like the wrap thing, who would expect that the serving size of a wrap would be half a wrap? Like, who eats half a wrap, really? That's literally just to trick unsophisticated shoppers, aka, housewives who don't know any better, because they only look at the calories in the serving size. Or sorry, they only look at the calories, they don't look at the serving size. So to be fair, that's like just not paying attention to detail. It's like, but that I guess is a more, because I guess you have to look at the details with that. It's not something that you would, I guess, make that connection necessarily immediately, to look at the serving size, unless you're eating something like cookies or something like that. But for the popcorn thing, for example, it says 160 calories for 50 grams. The bags are 70 grams. Like, why wouldn't you just do the calories? Like, whoever wrote the nutritional label, why wouldn't you just do it per bag of popcorn? Like, why would you do it per, 4/5 of a bag? Like, doesn't make any sense. It's literally just to trick people into buying it, making them think it's less calories. It's stupid.
Thinking no calorie food items actually have no calories. But you're saying, but it says it on the nutrition. It says 0. Newsflash, labels lie. They're allowed to lie. They're legally allowed to lie. You think we're dealing with methamphetamine? No. The police are not going to Sobeys, Costco, and Superstore and saying, hey, you said there's 0 calories in yellow mustard. There's 3. You're under arrest, yellow mustard. No, they don't do that. All these things that say 0 calories, almost all have calories. Sugar Twin says 0. I count it as 2 calories. All the Splendas and all the different Walden Farms and the magic 0 calorie stuff usually has a calorie or 2. They round it down, and they can do so. So don't make the mistake of thinking that you can just unlimitedly eat anything with 0 calories. If it's under 5 calories, they can round down. So if it has 4 calories, it means 0. So if yellow mustard, and you look in the back, 0.2 carbs, 0.2 protein, calorie 0. How is there 0 calories in 0.2 of something? 0.2 of something is not 0. It can't be. It's at least 1. So they round it down. They put the serving size so small. This one, 0.25 grams, 1/4 of a second. Okay, there's 9 calories per gram. This ingredient is canola oil, 9 calories per gram. 0.25 times 9 is about 2. It's 1/4 of 9 is about 2. Okay, it's literally 2 1/4. There's 2 1/4 calories. It's a 0. How can it say 0? Why doesn't it say 2 1/4? Because they're allowed to round down 0 if it's under 5. That's how they do it. If they put 1 second spray and put 1 gram, it would then be like 9 calories, and they would probably round it up and put 10. And they'd be like, I'm not buying that spray, it's got 10 calories. I'm gonna buy that one as 0 calories. I want 0 calories. You see how smart the salesmen are? If I owned a company like this, I would round the shit out of it down, because that's gonna sell more. You want the 0 calorie cooking spray? That in this jar, it has 482 grams times 9. We're talking about 4 or 5,000 calories. It says 0 though, 4 or 5,000. Adds up. Number 9.
That's a good point. And like he said, it's literally just a trick. People who are unsophisticated, who are going to look at, one thing that's labeled honestly, that has 5,000 calories in the entire can, and the other one that has 0, right? It doesn't make any sense. This is another reason I don't like to count calories. Because it's not, I guess you could make mistakes like this, but a calorie is not a calorie, in my opinion. For example, the cooking spray is going to have a different effect on your body. Let's assume the cooking spray was 0 calories, right? Or let's even not, right? That's going to have a different effect on your body than Splenda, for example, or whatever another artificial sweetener. Because the artificial sweetener is going to cause your body to release a lot more insulin, right? Because it's higher on the glycemic index. And those two things are going to have a different effect on your, how your body responds. So is a calorie just a calorie? I guess you could cover that in your macros, but from what I understand, he doesn't count macros, or he thinks counting macros is stupid. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. But that is a good point. What was this whole thing? It's not or misreading food labels. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. But I just think a lot of this would be made simpler by just telling people exactly what to eat, and not leaving it up to them, really. I remember hearing somewhere that the more options you have, the less satisfied you'll be, regardless of what option you choose. And it's kind of like that. Whereas if you only have 2 options and you pick one, more likely that you'll be satisfied, regardless of what it is. So
swapping one food for another food, thinking it makes no difference. You just swap it out. I can just swap it out. Coach says this, swap it out. So 4 ounces of haddock is not the same as 4 ounces of salmon. 4 ounces of salmon is way more calories. 4 ounces of chicken has way less calories than 4 ounces of steak. Chicken thigh is not chicken breast. This is a breast. Well, babe, can you come here? Well, no, we won't get it. This is a breast. This is a thigh. It's not the same thing. There's way more calories in the thigh than in the boob, okay? So you can't just swap it out. People do it all the time. They swap these things and they think it doesn't matter. I'm like, you can't just swap. Oh, I had instead of the bread, I had the bagel. The calories aren't even the same. Or I look at these other coaches' plans, like clients will send me a plan, whatever. Analyze, this is what I ate. And I'm like, it'll say meal 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Every meal is the same because that's what your coach gave you, the stupidest. And the piggy is literally pushing me this. Literally, I'm not making this up. Rise protein, chocolate, peanut butter cup, the best protein. Piggy plays with this. It's his toy. He's trying to get into it. Yeah, it's a her. I just make mistakes. Anyway, that's a joke intermission, but literally the piggy just came here and was pushing this to me. Good job, piggy. And back to where I was. The coach's plans are so stupid. It says the same meal all the time. Whatever, fine, same meal. 4 ounces of fish or steak or... I'm not making this stuff up, okay? The pig literally kept pushing it over to me. I don't know why, but it's playing with the peanut butter. I'm not making it up. It's playing with the peanut butter. See? It's his toy. I agree. It's the best peanut butter ever. It's even not peanut butter. It's chocolate protein, but it tastes like peanut butter. That's why it's so good. So, they have the same meals all the time. 4 ounces of chicken or steak or whatever. And I'm like, but there's 150 calories in that, and there's 280 in that one, and you can just have either one, and it doesn't matter. Did they put any thought into that? 4 ounces of any meat, of any fish? All fishes, just 4 ounces of fish. What is that? You're paying for a diet plan that just says eat 4 ounces, have 1 cup of carbs, and 1 cup of meat, and 1 cup of vegetables. That's you're paying money for? Literally, a diet plan to say that. My favorite ever example was I with you for this big, the blueberries one? Oh, I was talking to Matt Fox and Jody, and they were showing me a plan, and it was you could have 6 blueberries. And yeah, it was Jody Livingston, I think, their contest prep coach. And on her plan, she had you could have 6 blueberries. And I was reading it over, and I was like, 6? I was like, well, I totally disagree with your coach's plan. Because what if they're, the farm grade ones, the big, what the heck are those things called? The bigger ones, bigger blueberries. How's blueberries? The bigger blueberries versus the little blueberries.
Oh, well, there's wild picks.
Yeah, okay, just...
Wild picks are small.
Yeah, what I was like, the coach doesn't even say if they're the small blueberries or those big, bubbly blueberries.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like counting calories. You can't be accurate with it anyway. So unless you tell people exactly what to eat and how much of every ingredient to use. Oh, and about the other one, about not, things don't have 0 calories. Let's say you use hot sauce, for example, right? And there's 2 calories, 3 calories, let's say, or 5 calories, whatever. And you have 20 calories worth of hot sauce per meal, or 50 calories of hot sauce per meal. Is that really, I guess if you have 6 meals, that might add up. But if I have 1 meal, for example, I guess his clients don't have 1 meal. Yeah, I don't know. This is just there's too many moving parts here to keep track of. And I don't know if he trains bodybuilders who might need a little bit more detail in their plans. But it just doesn't like, it just seems like so much work. And like, what are you getting out of this? Like, are you really going to look that much different than somebody who does OMAD? You're gonna be a natural bodybuilder? Is that like a professional natural bodybuilder? Okay, I guess. Like, you're gonna do all that work? I don't know. It just seems like the lemon's not worth the squeeze. You know, it's a lot more work than what the benefit is going to be. I don't know, I could be wrong. And then what did he say about this? Like, so, yeah, okay, 4 ounces of chicken is not 4 ounces of beef. That's just an oversight by whoever made the program. But in my opinion, it's like superior to both of those is just eating as much fish as you want until you're full. You know, you're not gonna like, I don't think you're gonna get fat from eating more fish or more beef or more chicken. It's when you cheat, it's when you eat the processed foods that you'll get fat, or if you're not training hard enough. I don't know, it just seems like a more like intuitive approach is just easier because it requires less explanation. I don't know, whatever.
Blueberries. What a bad coach doesn't say, I like 6 blueberries. Why not 7? No, using the wrong product. The wrong one. I'm not making this up. I had a client that bought Skinny Pop popcorn and ate it and was like, I'm doing the popcorn thing, coach. Aren't you proud? I was like, you're effing kidding me. And I wrote it. I was explicit and I was pissed off. And they were like, what? You did what? I'm like, it's smart popcorn. I was like, you claim you watched my video. You didn't know my adversity against Skinny Pop, my hatred of Skinny Pop, my absolute annoyance with Skinny Pop. They didn't know, and they certainly switched after that. And I'm like, oh my god, just eat the freaking Doritos, it's full of fat. And then like, I have people that literally buy regular popcorn, or the Reckenbacher. I like the butter one. The client that did the first two, well, he did two, those are 2 examples, he did this one too. He's like the star of this video, he does the most mistakes, but he's rich anyway, whatever. But he's certainly eating 500 calories more than he thinks he's eating, like keep on lowering the diets in the plan. It's like, why do I have to lower calories? Why is he eating only 2,200 calories? He's over 60 tall. It's like, well, you find out because they're eating oil, and they're cooking with oil all the time, and they're having butter popcorn because it tastes better, and my response is literally, well, what's next? Oh, don't count protein either. So what's this? I'm gonna make you a diet plan. It's 1,200 calories, except you don't count condiments, protein, vegetables, or fruit. Eat whatever you want, just under 1,200 calories of actual food, and then the side stuff doesn't matter. They buy regular Greek yogurt, not the low sugar-free one, regular. And it's like the calories are. They'll buy wraps, like I'll say light wrap, and they'll get the regular. They didn't have the light wrap. I'm like, there's 30 calories more, it adds up, you're eating 3 a day, that's 90 calories, it's a lot. It's like a pound of fat a month just from the fact that it's light or not. Or I'll say PB2 peanut butter, and they'll get peanut butter. I'm like, the peanut butter's in the garbage, and they'll literally eat peanut butter instead of the powdered peanut butter is half the calories, and not think it matters. Of course it matters. And just to say a few things, this is a teaspoon, this is a tablespoon, this is not a teaspoon, this is what I eat cereal with if I was allowed. Well, technically, and put the fork down, okay? Subscribe, click the bell, subscribe and bell.
All right, so I guess my theory about the women making most of the mistakes is wrong. I guess it's one guy who's like making all the mistakes and whatever. Fake natty, nice tag. Okay, yeah, I like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not really qualified to comment on this because I don't count calories, and I just think it's not worth the time required to do it. But I'm also not him. I'm not a professional bodybuilder, and I'm not training people who are bodybuilders. I prefer a more simplified approach, but that's just me. So I guess I'm not saying, I guess if you are going to count calories, then those are all valid points for sure. But if you're not, then I think you should just eat as much natural. Like I always say, 80 to 90% of your calories, 80 to 90% of the food that you eat should be those things. And then whatever, after you're like literally full and you just want to eat something else for the taste, go ahead, eat something sweet, preferably like on the healthier side. Trader Joe's is great grocery store for more healthy things than like this Orville Redenbacher butter popcorn ingredients. I feel like there's something bad in here. Maybe not. Palm oil, not great, but fucking everything has palm oil. Oh, I guess that's not bad now that I think about it. Some of the popcorn has like fucking hydrogenated nasty shit in there. This is actually not so bad. Whole grain popcorn. Palm oil, like I said, is not great, but whatever. Okay, who asked me to do this? Yasmin Alves? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Let me know if you have another one. Peace.